Pips pay my bills. Pips pay my bills. Pips pay my bills.
When I pull out a fib from the low to the high point, when I'm back testing, I want to see, the main thing is, where does it come on the pullback on the Fibonacci scale? Where does it come? Now this one didn't pull back to the golden zone. This one didn't, but all I had to do was just pull out a trend line. So when I'm back testing, like when I get a new pair, like the first thing I want to see is, how does the market pull back? Where does it pull back on average on the Fibonacci scale? Does it pull back to the shallow retracement? Does it pull back to the golden zone? Does it go consistently blow past the golden zone? That is what I want to know, team. All right, so that one broke the trend line, and that would have been a trade right there. This is Nas100. So I probably would have put the trend line here. I probably would have just went 1-to-1 and bam, like that. Let's see another one. I'm only looking at pullbacks. So look at this one, team. I'm gonna go from this high point and I'm gonna go to this low point, and then I'm gonna pull out the golden zone for you. Okay, see how I did that? Now this one blew past, but that's okay if it blows past, because you got to remember, I don't just take sales as soon as the price comes up to the golden zone. I need to wait and see, does it hold? All right, so this is Nas100 on a 30-minute chart. So price ends up going up, right? All right, I need to see it hold. I need to see it come out of there, right? And if it doesn't come out of there the right way, then I'm not going to sell it. So if that's the case, then I'm going to wait on the other side for a buy. That's just how you have to play the game. And now, is it going to retest? It did. It just did retest right there. That wick. All right, so that's money right there. And how many points is that? That's 778 points. So that's dope. I don't like those wicks though. Let me see what time. That's Friday. That's probably why. Let me find some other little tricky stuff. Oh, you know what? Let me go to the hour chart. All right, so look at how that's moving through the pitchforks. And it's looking like it's moving nicely from zone to zone. Just take a look at that. All right, so honestly, this whole drop probably would have been hard to catch. All right, this whole drop would have been hard to catch. I'm basically taking y'all through my phase of back testing. So you probably wouldn't have caught this. But since you know where the pitchfork zones are, it came back up and retested the green zone. So then that's a sell right there. Do you see what I'm saying? Yeah, that's a sell right there. So that gave you 1,749 points. Just from right here on the retest to this piece right here. It went down further though. I don't know if you would have held it, but that's Thursday. That's all the way into Friday. I probably wouldn't have held that. But here's another retest right here, though, underneath the 50. So this is acting like forex to me. Like the way I'm analyzing this right now is all forex, like what I've learned through forex. And then the other thing you got to understand is this is the right shoulder. So as long as price don't come back above this left shoulder, I'm sorry, I said right shoulder, I meant left shoulder. This is the left shoulder. So as long as price don't come above that left shoulder level, then we're looking for sales. But here's the thing. You know how you can have the left shoulder, which is right here? That's the left shoulder zone, and I just drug it across and I cut the head off. So you see how price never came back up to this to the right shoulder zone? Right up here? Price never came up there, so you would have missed it. But if you pull out the pitchforks, you know that it's just retesting this zone right here, so you could potentially get in there if it don't come all the way up here. And this is something like strong, like this, the pitchfork is pretty good. The pitchfork is a good tool. It's just a good tool to use. All right, so this one held at this zone, shot way back up here. All right, so now listen to me closely on this one. It held here, it came up here. Now you got a Fibonacci level from that, right? From the low point to the high point. And then all you do is just draw the fib there, and that's where it held at. So you could have just put 2 and 2 together on that and caught that. Now this one, honestly though, this one was a little tricky though. And the reason why it probably reacted the way it reacted, because it's bouncing at a golden zone, but the 50 moving average is telling you that it's structure right there. So that's probably why you got those wicks looking like that, all like weird in that area. You see these green wicks right here, the big long one? Because it's like it's sandwiching in. So it took a lot to break through it. You got the golden zone right here, you got the 50 right here. It's a lot to break through. Eventually it did. So maybe I wouldn't have taken a buy right here. Maybe I did. Maybe I would have. I don't know. Maybe not. Right. So let's say I didn't take a buy, but it did end up closing above this new pitchfork structure right here, and it retested. So let's go to the 30-minute chart on that. Look at the retest. So there you go. How many points is this? That's 1,800 points. I don't know, bro. This might I might throw this in my arsenal. This Nas100, especially with the understanding that I have now through the years. Maybe in the past I wasn't ready for it, but I feel like I'm definitely ready for it now. I might throw this in my arsenal. It's just that I just don't think that people with small accounts should trade this. Yeah, I mean, bro. I mean, you got to take small lot sizes. You know what I'm saying? You can lose your account fast with this if you get too greedy, like all that. Like people will go over from forex and jump over to this, taking out big lot sizes. It ain't the same game. I like that. That thing reacting to that golden zone like crazy. All right. So how is gold looking? Delicious. So we got this right here. We got price sitting inside of the golden zone. Step one. Listen, I know I keep pulling out golden zones. Not every day I pull out a golden zone. I promise you I don't. Not every day I don't. But just so happened that's what I'm doing today. That's just been the theme. I don't know why. But that's just the way the market is pulling back. But not every day. That's not the only thing I do. So yeah, so we just waiting for price to come up out of here then. We waiting for price to go on and give us the retest out of there. All right. You see that 50 cruising right through there? You might got to be a little bit patient. You might have to be a little bit more patient, because it might got to break through that 50. And you want to watch out for these wicks over here, because that's where you're trading into. You're trading into those wicks. So you definitely should be probably trying to look at this area right here. So this is where you're looking at to trade into. It formed a new low, which is effective for the fib. And also, is there any gaps, any fair value gaps? No, I don't see any. The only one I see, but I already got it marked up, is this one right here. That's the only fair value gap I see. I know it's kind of hard to see it with those dotted white lines. I make the background white. That's kind of the fair value gap right there. All right, so with gold, if it's going to sell, I'm looking for it to come up out of here. All right, so yeah, we just gotta wait on that. And yep, so that's that.